ring finger in touch with the thumb and spread your fingers out on your lap. So you can use this mudra if you like to. Otherwise, just sit how you prefer. And we're going to start just by tuning into our breathing. So if you're happy to let your eyes close, take the mudra if you choose to. And let's just connect to our breath. So nice deep breath in and just release that breath. And then making it deeper. And if it's available to you, if you're not blocked up, then breathing in and out through the nostrils, nice and slow. And now with each out breath, feel more and more grounded, feel more in contact to the earth. And with each out breath, we're just beginning to feel as solid as a rock. If you can visualize yourself as big, solid granite boulder, immovable. And just continue with the breath, slow and steady. And on the out breath, just feel more and more rooted to your seated position. Heavy, immovable, like a boulder. And we'll just continue for a few more breaths here. Let your jaw relax, let your shoulders relax. Just sitting down heavily in your seated posture. Allow yourself to sit down solidly. And two more really full, slow breaths. And then just come back to your normal breathing. Just sit for a moment. Just awareness of how you feel right now. And then when you're ready, releasing the mudra, if you had your hands in the mudra, the earthing mudra, rub your hands together, cup your hands over your eyes, and that big stretching up. Keep your palms pressed together, straighten your arms as much as you can, looking up, and releasing. And let's take that again, reaching up, stretching up, really stretching, opening up. It's a beautiful day stretch. Releasing. And when you're ready, let's just take one more. Reaching up, just hold there, feeling that stretch. Opening up. And releasing. and have a little wriggle. So changing your seated position if you need to, because we're going to sit for a little bit longer. We're just going to take some neck exercises and some shoulder exercises. So I'm just going to recross my legs and we'll start off just very gently turning the head from side to side. So try and keep the shoulders down and relaxed, just turning the head to look over to one shoulder and bring the head back to center. So let's work slowly and steadily with the breath. Out breath as you turn the head, in breath as you come back. Keep your posture upright, but try to be relaxed at the same time. And once more, each side. And back to center. Have a little wriggle there. And then we will take the ear over to the shoulder. Nice and slow so you can feel that stretch. In breath as you bring your head back to center. Out breath to the other side. And in breath, center. Really just checking in with the neck. Sometimes when there is a bit of turmoil, a lot going on, necks get really stiff and tight. And then when you're ready, back to center, bringing the chin forwards and pause there for a moment to feel that lovely long stretch in the back of the neck. Take a breath and then slowly taking the chin up and stretching the throat. Nice and slow. Out breath as you bring the chin down. In breath as you take the chin up. Just a couple more, your pace. And when the chin is tucked down, we'll just hold there for a moment. Keep the shoulders down. Actively push the shoulders down and just feel that stretch down the back of the neck and down into the back, into the upper back. Hold there just for a moment. Nice deep breath. And release. A little wriggle with the shoulders. And then just let the head move in whichever way that you choose. Stay steady with your breathing. And bring the head back to center. Have a little wriggle and change your seated position if you want to. I'm going to cross my legs the other way as we move on to some shoulder exercises. So just easing out. If your shoulders are feeling quite tense and stiff, just have a little wriggle into the shoulders there. And then bring your hands onto your shoulders, taking the elbows up. So not too high. Don't let the shoulders hunch up to the ears. We're trying to keep that space between ear and shoulder. So just bring the elbows up as far as you can without hunching the shoulders up. Take the elbows out and squeeze your shoulder blades together and then come down. So just a nice, smooth, flowing movement. I suggest breathing in as your elbows come up and out as you bring the elbows down. Let's take a couple more. Try to keep the back straight, the chest lifted. And then when you're ready, we'll go around the other way. In breath as the elbows come up. And out breath as the elbows come down. Stay steady with your breathing. And last one. And down. Let's have a little wriggle. We'll have a little circle around, feeling into the back. And then we're coming down onto the mat. And the first one that we're going to do, you might like to look at the screen, so you could put that cushion under your head if you wanted to. And we're going to cross the ankle over the knee. And we're aiming to open up into the hip area. So you're trying to push your knee away. Then you're going to thread your hands underneath the leg that the foot was on the floor. It's that leg, not the one that you've crossed over. And you're going to pull it in towards you and release. So it's stretching into the hip. You can lift your head if you want to, or you can keep your head down. So we'll take a few and then we'll change sides. So just cross it. If you can't get your ankle over your knee, just cross it over where you can. And then lift that foot off the mat. Thread your hands round the back of that leg, the one you've just lifted up. And then very carefully and slowly draw that leg, draw the leg in towards you and release. You might find it's quite tight there. Draw it in and release. Lift your head if you want to as well. Breathe out as you draw in. And we're going to take two more. And then on the last one, maybe you'd like to just hold it for a moment. Or maybe you could do a little rocking movement while you're holding it. Trying to take the knee away from you. And then release. Hug both knees into your chest. Little circling there. And then we can do the same on the other side. So bringing your feet back down onto the mat, crossing ankle over one knee, lifting that foot off the mat, link your hands behind the knee and draw the leg in. And you might find one side feels a lot tighter than the other as well. So you can keep your head down if you want to. Just draw it in and release. Draw it in and release. Couple more times. Lift your head if you want to. Just a couple more. And if you want to hold there, then you can. Relax your shoulders if you can. Nice deep breath. And release. Hug your knees into your chest and just make gentle circles there. And the other way. And now we're going to draw both knees close into our chest. You've got a choice. You can either take the knees in close to your chest, or you can take the legs wider and draw the knees in towards your armpits. So you're going to draw the knees in, whichever place you choose. Lift your head to look forwards. Take a little breath there as you're holding, and out breath as you release. So let's just take a few here. So we're getting a lovely stretch through the spine. So out breath, draw the knees in and peel the back off the mat, looking ahead, and then lower. Out breath, draw the knees in. Try to relax the shoulders. And we'll take one more there. Draw the knees in, peel the back off the mat. Take a breath and release. And then just do a little circle with your knees again, circle in the other direction. And now keep hold of one leg, it doesn't matter which one, and stretch the other leg out along the mat. You can have a cushion if you want to under your head, if that feels more comfortable. The leg that's outstretched, we're going to keep that leg active. So actively point your toes towards your head. And we're going to the leg that you're holding. You're going to draw that in towards your chest and then lift your head so that you're aiming your knee towards your cheekbone. And release. So let's just take a few of those. So on the out breath, pull the leg close in, maybe up towards your armpit, and then peel your upper back off the mat, aiming your knee towards your cheekbone, and down. Just take your time. Try to stay with the breath. Last one. Bring your head back down, both knees into your chest. Little circle with the knees, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So stretch the other leg out along the floor. Make sure that that leg remains active. So you're trying to push the back of the knee down towards the mat, but the toes are pointing towards your head, and then we'll carry on again. Draw the knee in and up towards your armpit, lift the head. Trying to really peel that upper back off the mat. So you're lifting up as high as you can, but take care with your neck. Keep your chin tucked in if you're feeling a lot of strain in the neck. It can be a little bit tough on the neck. We'll take two more. Last one. Hold on there for a moment. And release. Hug both knees into your chest. A little circle there. And then we're coming up to sitting. We're going to do some rock and roll. So if you feel that you can rock and roll in a big way this morning, then you can. Otherwise, you can hold on to your knees in front of the knees or behind the knees. Or maybe you just don't want to do anything like that and you just push your knees away and bring your knees back. So whatever suits you, and let's just do some rock and roll. So just roll. Stay steady with your breathing. So we're going to come up to a seated pose. So I'll meet you back on the mat. And the next one that we're going to do is we're going to bring one leg in and take the other leg out into this position. So it might be that your leg is up here, in which case it's handy to put a block under the leg. And the outstretched leg might not be totally outstretched at all. Maybe it's bent. Maybe you need to put a block under your knee to make it a little bit more comfortable. So arrange yourself something like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to reach up and we're going to take opposite hand to knee to make a twist. So taking the hand behind the back of the waist, we're coming back up. Really lift up your rib cage, and then we're going to slide the hand down the outstretched leg, not too far to start with because we're just literally warming up, and then slide it back up again. So in breath as we reach up, out breath as we twist, in breath as we reach up. So don't go too far and keep your leg quite bent, so that you're not pulling into your back, or maybe your hamstrings aren't ready for it. So really make it accessible to you. And maybe it just gets a little bit better each time you slide down there. And we'll make this the last time. And we're going to hold as we slide down the outstretched leg. So maybe your leg is very bent, maybe your hamstrings are really feeling tight. Maybe it's your back that feels tight. So just adjust yourself and we'll just stay. Put your tummy in, ease your chest forwards, and we'll just stay for a couple of breaths there. On the out breath, just feel yourself heavy, grounding down. And when you're ready, slowly, 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 we'll come all the way back up. Reach the hands up once more. Press the palms together, looking up. So we've got a lovely stretch there and down. And then we'll change sides. So maybe one side feels completely different to the other. So arrange your blocks, cushions, wherever you feel that you need them to give you some support. Try and keep the outstretched leg active. So that's toes pointing up. Then we'll just carry on again. So taking the arms up. And make your twist as you breathe out. Breathe in as you reach up. And start to make your little slide down the outstretched leg and slide back up. Arms come up. Make your twist. Arms come up. And sliding down. And we'll just carry on with this. Maybe you're finding it gets a little bit easier each time you slide down. Maybe not. The last time, and we're going to hold as we slide down the outstretched leg. So put your tummy in, ease the chest forwards, tuck the chin in. And as you breathe out, just settle down, settling down. Take one more breath there. And slowly, slowly, slowly back up. We'll take the arms all the way up again. Press the palms together. Reach up, look up, and we'll take the legs to this position. And just let yourself lean forwards for a moment. Take a couple of breaths. So we're going to move the legs side to side now. So take the legs about mat width apart. Take your hands behind you for some support. Bring the feet in as close as you feel is comfortable. And we're just going to take the knees side to side. Now my knees touch the floor quite easily. But maybe yours don't. It doesn't matter. It's just wherever you calm. So we're just going side to side. Sometimes you feel yourself walking down your mat and getting further and further away. So your arms get a stretch. So if that's happening, just bring yourself back up again. And then we're going to pause with the knees on one side. So you might want to just have a look at the screen now. And we're going to look over one leg and going to lengthen up so you can see which leg I'm leaning over. Lengthen up, and we're going to slide our body slowly, slowly forwards. If you can see me okay. Forwards and down. And then just stretch your arms out along the mat. So we're aiming for the knee to be somewhat towards the center of the chest, arms outstretched. A nice hip stretch going on here. Nice stretch through the back, through the arms. Take a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, bringing your fingertips line up with the knee. And then we're going to take the hands a little bit further away so that you can support yourself. If you look at the screen for this so you can see what I'm doing, I'm just going to bring my hands to a place where I can support myself to lift my bottom off the mat. Take the arm up, take it over by the ear, and you'll find you've got a beautiful stretch there. So just really hold on to that stretch, make it better and better. Maybe it doesn't suit your knees. If it doesn't work for you, then just give this bit a miss. And we're coming back down and we're going over to the other side. So you can windscreen wiper your legs again and then come to the other side. So we're looking over to this leg now. Get a bit of length, pull your tummy in. And then slowly, slowly sliding your way down, just moving over so you can see me a bit better, sliding down. If you can straighten your arms, then do. If you can get your head onto the mat, then just let it come down. And most important, when you've taken the shape that works for you, is just to hold the posture and breathe. And as you breathe, feel yourself really settling down. You're really grounding there. Breathing out, just feeling the heaviness, the connection to the earth. Really let go with the breath. Take a couple more breaths. See if you can make this posture any better. And then slowly bringing the hands up, fingertips line up with the knee. Lift the chest, have a little stretch there, looking up. And then position your hands where you need to so that you can lift up. And then you can take the arm up and over and hold on to that stretch there. Another couple of breaths. It doesn't work for everybody, this posture, if you have knee issues, but you can still stay sitting down and take your arm up and stretch your arm. And we're coming back down, bringing your legs back into this position and just let your head drop. And just breathe. Again, feeling solid, feeling grounded, and just releasing the breath. So you can either stay like this, or if you want to do some more rock and roll, do rock and roll your way. Or maybe, as I said already, you can just lie on your back and bring your knees in towards your chest and push them away again. So rock and roll, whichever way you want it to be. Try to breathe out as you're coming up. Maybe you can try it with no hands this morning. Rock and roll. Giving the back a really nice massage as we rock backwards and forwards on the spine. And I'll meet you in seated posture. So we're going to take a posture called Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. A lot of people find that it's a lot easier to do sitting on a block. So that might work for you. A lot of people find if their hamstrings are quite tight, that putting a block or a cushion under their knees helps a lot as well. And we're just going to focus on bringing the chest forwards and hinging from the hips. So we're not dropping down, rounding the back. We're trying to get a hinging movement, trying to keep our shoulder blades somewhat close together. So this might be where you want to have your strap as well, because you can hold on there. So we're hinging forwards and slowly coming up. So find what works best for you. And we'll just take a few. So keeping the tummy in and the chest up, sliding forward, letting the chin tuck in, and then sliding back up again. We'll take a few. Sliding down, sliding back up. Take a moment to really get fully upright. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. And just carry on. We'll just take a few more. Maybe each time you come down now, you can come down that little bit lower. And then maybe you'd like to hold. So if you've got your strap, you can just be holding onto it in your chest forwards, directing your body forwards. Or otherwise, you might find you want to hold onto your toes. Or I just like to slide my hands down my legs. Really pull your tummy in, bring your chest forwards. Let your legs bend as much as you need them to. And let's just pause there. The Paschimottanasana is a very grounding, closing up, quietening posture. When you've got a lot of turmoil going on, just sitting in this posture and breathing, and just allowing yourself just to be here, solid like that rock. Breathing out. But if you feel discomfort in your back, then change your position. Let's just take 2 more breaths here. Relax the shoulders. Relax the face. And then very slowly, when you're ready, coming up, taking your hands behind you now, pressing through the hands, pressing through the heels, and we'll just lift up and have a big stretch, looking up, really pressing through the hands and the heels, and lower. If that wasn't for you this morning, come into this position with your knees towards your armpits, because we're going to all meet there in a minute anyway. Okay, so otherwise we're just going to take a couple more, what I call up planks. So press through the hands, press through the heels, and lift. And if you can direct your toes towards the mat and squeeze your shoulder blades together, press hard, hold for breath, and down. And we'll take one more. If it's not for you, if you've got shoulder problems, it probably isn't for you. Just take one more if you want to. Really pressing, trying to get the bottom up. You can look behind you if you want to as well, and look up to the ceiling. And down. And then just bringing the feet close in towards the body. Let the knees bend. Aim your knees now towards your armpits. And just look into your navel. And let's just breathe. We'll take a few nice breaths there. Releasing, releasing. Coming up, and time for a little bit more rock and roll. So really giving that back a bit of a massage this morning. Coming to sitting. So we're going to make a little transition. If you want to, if it works for you, you can transition from seated onto all fours, and then take your legs away, lower yourself down, and I'll meet everybody lying on your front. So however you want to get there, and make a pillow with your hands and have a little hip roll. Just easing into the back. I'm going to take a little bit of back bending. So just check how your back is feeling. If your back doesn't like back bending this morning for whatever reason, just lie on your back with your knees into your chest. Otherwise, we're going to take little cobras. So bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Draw your elbows really close in to your body. So don't let them splay out. Have them touching your body. And take a nice deep breath. And just lift your upper body off the mat, looking ahead. There might not be very much. And lower and bring your forehead down. So we'll take a couple more there. Take a nice deep in breath. Breathing out, lifting your chest off the mat as much as you can, looking ahead. Making those arms work. And slowly down. And again, take a deep in breath, out breath, lifting the chest. Keep the shoulders down. We're not coming very high at all. And down. If that was enough for you, just roll onto your back. Otherwise, we're going to come up again, but we're going to take the hands away. So we're really making those back muscles work. So nice deep in breath. Lifting the chest, lifting the hands. take a breath there and down. Make a pillow with your hands and do a hip roll. Stretching both arms out along the mat. And we'll lift one arm and one leg off the mat. And lower. Have a little hip roll. We do the same on opposites. Lift one arm, lift one leg. Hold on. And down, have a little hip roll. Both arms, take a deep in breath and out breath. Lift both arms. Maybe they don't lift. It's okay. And down, have a little hip roll. And both legs, deep in breath, out breath, lift the legs. Maybe it's your legs that don't lift. That's okay. And down, and if you're feeling in the mood, we'll take both arms and both legs, and we can take the arms out to the side as well. Like a skydiver, we'll take your arms behind you, lifting the chest, lifting the legs. Nice deep breath. Really feel yourself solid on the mat. And release. Roll yourself over onto your mat. Onto your back and hug your knees. And just give your back a really nice, gentle massage there. Nice and easy. Bringing your feet onto the mat. And we're going to take a line twist. So the line twist that you might like to take this morning is with your legs really wide, about mat width apart, with your toes pointing outwards. But if this one doesn't work for you, then just let your knees come side to side with the legs closer together. Sometimes it's a bit of a pull on the knee. So find what works for you and we'll take a few. So arms out to the side, in breath as the knees come up and out breath as the knees come over. And then if you want to, you could take your head in the opposite direction to your knees. And just feel your shoulders firm on the mat. Try to stay steady with the breath. And then if you want to hold on one side, be sure that both shoulders are down, really firm into the mat. Legs are just where they can come. And take some lovely deep breaths. And one more. And then over to the other side. Nice, deep, even breaths. Feel that heaviness in your body as you breathe out. Release into the mat. And then when you're ready, bringing your knees back into your chest. A gentle rock there, bringing your feet back down with your knees bent. We'll take 2-foot support pose, just in the way that you like to, pressing the feet into the mat, lifting up and rolling towards your shoulders. Really make those legs work, and then slowly, slowly rolling the spine down the mat, feeling the back getting stretch and releasing. So take a couple more. You can do variations. You can take your arms up behind you if you want to. You can bring your feet in a little bit closer if you wanted to. Or you can leave your arms on the floor behind you as you lower your hips. So just take a feel, whatever feels good. And from here, we're coming to Shavasana, our best relaxation position. So take yours, how you want it to be. Just take your time to find your position. Settle your hips, settle your shoulders. A little wiggle with the arms and legs. And just check that you've got your best posture. And once you start to feel settled, focus on the breath. And on your out breath, just have that sense of heaviness, solidness, connecting to the earth. And just continue. Try to stay focused on every breath. Each out breath, becoming more solid. And at the same time, allow yourself to relax. Relax into the stillness, the solidness. And just for a time, just be here, body, mind, and breath in one place. Taking that breath deep and steady. Enjoying the out breath. Stay focused. Back to the breath if your mind has wandered. Begin to deepen. Before you begin to move your body, just a moment of reflection, how you feel having given yourself this time to practice yoga. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to move your body, pulling yourself up, whatever you like to do before you come slowly back to sitting. Continue to focus on your breath, just being here and now. Strong and solid and ready for the day. So if you're ready, rub your hands together. Cup your hands over your eyes. And then taking the hands up, have a big stretch where we started. Opening up. It's a beautiful day. Bring your hands into the heart center. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Keep well, keep safe, and I will be back very soon. Sending lots of love. Bye for now. Namaste.